To have had $1 for every time a contractor said, hey, I just need to get my name out there a little bit more in order to grow their business, I'd have enough dollars to buy a billboard. And even that wouldn't work as a marketing strategy to just get your name out there. So in this video, I'm going to be going over why getting your name out there doesn't work anymore for contractors and the new rules for contractor marketing in 2026 coming up at the time of this video. Now, real quick, just to be very clear, it's not a sexy video. It's great information, but this is a conversation I'm having a lot with contractors and service-based business owners a lot. And it's got to get out there, and it's something you need to pay attention to, and the mindset you got to get out of to do that, right? So let's jump right into the video with all that being said. So first thing is this, the problem, okay, the number one problem is this mindset. So getting your name out there is a dead strategy. Ooh, my head's in the way, isn't it? Swap my head out of the way. There we go. All right, so what used to work when attention was rare, right? So like just if people knew you existed and there wasn't as many people doing it or ways to find you, like attention was just easy, then yeah, it worked, okay? Not everyone's visible on Google, Facebook, TikTok, trucks, yard signs, right? Everybody's visible now. I said not now. Everybody is visible everywhere. So there's a multitude of places that people could find your business. And then visibility alone doesn't pay the bills anymore because there's other things that got to come into place. Okay, so let's get into that in order to actually grow your business. So what getting known in your market actually means. Okay, so number one, visibility isn't the goal. Trust is. If you check out our social media content, anything I'm putting out there nowadays, and we're finding this a lot, is people can be found, but building trust is the number one thing. Absolute number one thing. If people don't trust you, they're not going to do business with you nowadays. And if it's a referral, there's some trust built. But at the end of the day, somebody is they need to learn about you and know if they trust you. Like just because my best friend recommended somebody, maybe I still got to learn about them and understand and trust them. So that's the number one thing. So being known does not necessarily mean being hired as a contractor. A referral doesn't mean they're going to hire you. Leads coming in from marketing doesn't mean they're going to exactly hire you. The customer is going to buy from someone who feels safest, not who shouts the loudest over everybody else. And marketing must move from exposure, that sounds bad, to trust, to conversion. Okay. That's the goal. You have to build trust. And it's not just, and we'll get to it further in the video, but like, it's not just like, I trust you because I talked to you one time, but like there's got to be other factors, social proof, all kinds of stuff. And it also factors into Google as well. And we'll get into that. So let's run into it. So visibility, trust, conversion, retention. So what do we mean by this? One, you got to be found. Okay. In order to be found, you have to build trust. You have to build trust after you're found. Now, the thing about this is in order to be found on Google, you actually have to build trust with Google first, which means you have to showcase all the things that a customer needs. And all the questions need to be answered. You need to show social proof. You need to show authority. You need to show you're local, you're in the area, you're active, you're a business, you do quality work. You have to show Google that stuff first, right? So it's almost backwards in order to be visible to other folks. Okay. And then once you build trust with them, right, online, through social media, video content like what I'm doing now, or even YouTube, which is, you should be doing, then conversions happen, right? And then retaining later, meaning I'm going to get them to send me referrals or a repeat customer for something else down the road in my business. Okay. That's the process. So the old way, okay, random exposure usually equals random results. So yard signs, truck wraps, Facebook posts, all attention based. It's to grab people's attention. But no clear process to convert interest into book jobs. Getting your name out there is just kind of hoping for luck. So what we mean by this is like your name is there, but is there a clear process to get them to make contact with you next? Probably not. Call us today. Simple stuff like that. Get your free quote today. Get a free estimate today. Get your free roof report today. Whatever. Okay. There has to be a clear call to action. And then a process after when they do call you. Not answering the phone ain't going to help. Once again, too many conversations I have all the time, and I want you to look at me. I want you to look at me here close. Look at this. Get this out a second. Ooh, get me down here. All right. Answering the phone professionally and guiding people to solve their problems is probably the number one indicator whether or not you're going to convert or not. period. You can fix that and increase your conversions on how you answer the phone first before you do anything else marketing related. Just how you answer the phone. Answer it professionally, answer it branded, have a process on how to guide them to the next steps of what they need to help solve their problem. And I guarantee you, you're going to increase your conversions for closing. All right, let's go back to the video. So, all right, so yeah, on to the next thing. I told you this is a bad video. Here's the new game. This is what you need to be thinking in 2026. And this is what we're doing for our clients at Presto Media. Same thing, okay? Just head all up and away in this video. Just get rid of it. All right, so stop shouting, start systematizing your marketing. So the best companies don't chase exposure. They're going to build systems around it. And that's what we're doing for our clients. Every channel works together to attract, build trust, and convert. The goal is predictable lead flow, not viral moments, not like a moment of, oh, hey, look at me. And what we mean by this, and we'll dig into this a little bit there, is number one, okay, let's go through this process here. How people find you. So either, and this could be Google, this could actually be social media, whatever. They're going to go to your website, they're going to check your reviews, and they're going to call you. So every single one of these touch points before they even call you needs to be systematized, needs to be optimized. So when you do get that phone call, then you have another set of processes to handle all the different types of questions and scenarios that somebody may call you about, and put them into a system and a process that's going to give them the best experience possible to convert as a customer. Okay. And you got to think about that. So Google typically is going to go to a website, right? Or your Google business profile. Typically they're going to be reading reviews. They're going to be looking for case, project photos, whatever. And then they're going to call you to see if it's a good fit after that you've built trust through all these things here. Okay. So step one of systematizing all of this stuff here is local search engine optimization. This is literally the first thing. So my head's in the way again, ain't it? Let's fix that. So the big thing here is you want to show up when people are actively searching, okay, on Google. So that means optimize your Google Business Profile weekly, right? Use city plus service keywords naturally, and then post projects and respond to reviews on your profile and on your website. Okay, the big thing here is this. You have to show Google you can be trusted first before Google's going to show your website to somebody else, or even show your Google Business Profile. You have to show Google that you're going to be trusted, meaning you're continuously getting reviews. We call it review velocity. Okay. So example. Oops, sorry. Let me come back. So we want to show up there. So a couple things to think about is number one, I want you to see how you actually show up on Google. Okay. This is one of the most important things. This is why we focus on local SEO and usually local service ads first, is because that's typically are going to be your better intent leads typically. Okay. And right now, as of right now, how your business shows up organically affects your paid ads too. Meaning you're going to show up more often if you're a trusted business in your ads, which means you're going to get more opportunities. You're going to lower cost per lead, cost per click, cost per acquisition if your sales are good, because you're a trusted business and Google wants to keep showing you if you're a trusted business. Okay. Keep that in mind. So when people are searching for your company, let's say roofing company near me. So I pulled this up, searched it up. All right, this is my location. The first thing that people see are local service ads. Okay. Number one, if you're not doing local service ads, you should. I hear people complain sometimes, or I'm not getting the perfect lead. You're never going to get the perfect lead. Have a process to guide people to the next step, regardless of how they come in. That's a business problem. Fix that. But it gives you free visibility. Number one, free visibility. You don't pay to show up. If you're doing local service ads, you don't pay to show up here. You only pay if they send you a message or call you. That's just an SEO hack of just showing up more often. And if you show up here, you got 5-star ratings, you got lots of reviews. Great. I mean, look at this here. Look at the discrepancy between reviews here. Imagine if they put more effort into that, they'll show up organically too. Okay, so the very first thing you show up for when somebody searches for whatever your service is near me is local service ads. The next thing is the map pack. Typically, you may have a sponsored link right below it, pay-per-click sometimes, but here is the map pack. Now, sometimes you can set up to pay to be the top in here where it says sponsored right there. And it says Superior Roofing Solutions. So they're paying to be number one here. But organically, that's where you want to be. Okay. And now that's based on radius. It's based on a 10-mile radius from where your location is and where the location of the person is actually searching for your business. So having an office location is so crucial to your business that's within that's like right in the middle of the areas that you service to get visibly shown up on the maps. Okay. Because 15% of your clicks are going to come into here first for them to actually learn about your business and call. All right. So example, like this IDA roofing right here, so smart what they're doing. And I'll tell you what they're doing. So they found a property on this main road. And what they did was they bought a house, or whoever bought the house is renting it out to this company, IDA Roofing. And they got approval by the city to make it a commercial property. So then what they did is out front, they put a sign up with their IDA Roofing, because I see it. I drive this road a lot. IDA Roofing, or Idea Roofing, however they want to call it, right there. So it's a commercial property, and this is a bunch of neighborhoods through here. Like they're in the smack dab of where they service the most. And then you see their yard signs everywhere. So guess who I'm calling typically? Oh, I saw the yard signs. Let me just call them, because they also showed up here. So keep that in mind. So this is the second way you show up on Google. Okay. So make sure you're showing up in those primary places. Step 2, your website. Okay. You need to turn any clicks on your website into people calling you or filling out a form fill, which requires a couple of things. Okay. And we're going to go through this. So number 1, get my head out of the way again. Clear headline and call to action, exactly what it is that you do as a company. Okay. 2, simple layout, fast load time, mobile first. 65 to 70% of traffic is coming from the phone. So it needs to be optimized for that. Simple layout. I said that. Show proof, photos, reviews, licenses, years in business. Some type of trust needs to be in that header or in that first part of your website to show people you can be trusted. Like quickly establish these 3 things, you're going to get more calls. Okay. More of those clicks can turn into customers. So here's an example. So this is a company business that I did. I'm going to hide my face real quick on this one. Hold on. So this is my company that we had built or whatever. And what we did was, number 1 thing you can see is the last fence you'll ever install. Okay. And this is what we did. We supply this type of concrete fence. You can request a quote. You can call me right now. It's clear what we do, right? The last fence you ever install, we do this. And then lifetime guarantee, low maintenance, local professional installation. All right. So all those things are in place. And that it's quickly easy to build trust. Dude, this thing converted like crazy when we were running ads to it. I mean, converted like crazy because they knew exactly what they're getting. So the same thing should be done with your website. All right. Step 3, social proof everywhere. Trust is built through repetition. Okay. So most companies forget that while it may be boring saying the same thing over and over again, but you're going to get new people, new fresh people coming in over and over. As somebody who's a former teacher, I can't tell you how many times I had to repeat myself, or somebody who is a dad, how many times I have to repeat myself to my kids to get them to do and understand what I'm trying to do. You need to be doing the same thing, but through social proof. Trust is built through repetition, seeing your company name over and over again, seeing reviews over and over again, more testimonials, before and after photos, seeing that you consistently over and over again, okay, is huge in building trust online before they even call you. Video content, which is, we're going to do this again. I'm going to pull this away for just a moment. So video content is one of the best ways to build trust. And people don't want to get on video. They don't like the way they sound. They're afraid of judgment. But here's the thing. There's a thing called a celebrity effect. Meaning, if you see enough of my videos, you're going to feel like you know me. And when you get on the phone with me, like, oh man, this is the guy I've been watching on video. Can't tell me clients we've closed at Presto Media because they've seen my video content and they almost literally automatically trusted because we're just so transparent and we just, we teach and we show what they need to do. Imagine if you did this for your customers. How many more would convert because they feel like they know you? Because they've watched your videos. Get on video. Get over the negative stuff. You can hide the comments on social media. That's fine. Block folks. But get on video and show people who you are. Okay? That's a big thing. All right, let me get back to my speech is done. Let me get back to this here. So next thing, keep message consistent across all platforms. This is part of your branding. So once you've dialed in kind of who's your ideal customer, right? You usually got a couple different profiles that you probably work with. And what I mean by that is you have Like for instance, I was telling a painter the other day, I said, you may have a profile of somebody who's ready to sell their house and needs a painting job done quick. Different profile than somebody who's remodeling their house and needs wants to paint. Okay, so think about that. You do have different customer profiles in those manners, and you got to market to those. But in general, right, you have the same messaging across all your platforms. You're saying the same thing, the same branded slogans, the same message. And when you answer the phone, it's the same. Okay, it's all branded the same way. So it just gives them that subconscious feeling that they're in the right place and you can be trusted. People should feel they already know who you are before they call. Pretty much whenever all of these things together, reviews, social proof testimonials, before and after post, using a product like Project Map It, right, to showcase your work as a contractor is huge on your website. They can see the work, right? It's posted up there for you, embedded on your website. And then when these things come together, it makes conversion rates skyrocket for you. Promise. All right, step 4, following up and retargeting. So once again, you probably hear this all the time, okay? Following up. 80% of leads don't convert on the first call. That's just it. They just don't. We have clients looking at it on our end that follow us for 2 years and they don't reach out for 2 years and they finally go, hey, we need this. Or some that follow us for a year and they're like, hey, all right, I'm ready to get started. Because in the first time I talked to them, they just weren't ready or they weren't in the right position. But because I keep content consistently, I stay engaged, I follow up with them. We use automations, text, emails. We retarget people on our Facebook ads. We stay in front of them. So when they're ready to market, they're coming to us. They ain't going to nobody else. All right. Same thing for you. You don't want customers going to somebody else because you didn't happen to show up at that time and they're ready to buy. And they go with the next person. That's why it's so crucial to have all these channels. That's what helps you grow. Not only just maintain, but just grow. Okay. So don't let maybe later become never heard back. So following up is so crucial and retargeting people over and over again so they see your message. So what's going to work in 2026? Got to move my head again. Golly. Let's do this. There we go. All right. So replace get known with get remembered. That's the big thing. It's not about just getting known. You're going to be remembered. So visibility is step 1. Yes. Systems plus consistency to build real growth. Okay. So once you're found, there needs to be a system in place to get them to call you, and then a system in place to guide them to the next step, a system in place to follow up, and a system in place to close and provide a great experience, and then get more customers through referrals and reviews. Stop chasing exposure. Start building these trust engines so you can actually grow your business, because trust is key. Attention's not key anymore. Trust is, and you got to build it. All right, keep that in mind. So with that being said, try to keep this pretty simple. So in 2026, marketing focus on not only being visible, build trust everywhere. Make it a point to be confident in your work enough to share with others. Make it a point in your sales process to be confident enough to ask for reviews, video testimonials, any testimonials in general. Don't be afraid to ask for referrals and ask it in multiple different ways, because Google needs to see they can trust you before they'll show you to other businesses other customers, for other customers to trust you. So keep that in mind. Okay. 2026. And of course, as always, we're always here to help at Presto Media. And if you've been following our content, and it's been super helpful to you, and you feel like you're in a position that like you're ready to grow, you're ready to invest in the marketing, and you want to look at a real strategy, we have a book a call link below in this video. Just click on it. Only if you're serious, right? If you're just like, I need help getting leads, don't book that call. All right. I have a ton of content on this channel. We'll probably throw a video up right now about like how to get more leads in the business. But if you're ready to really build real marketing systems and have a real partner and growth in your business, we're here to help. Until next video, I had to get this out. This is a solid video. Anyway, till next time, appreciate it.